Hey, hello, hi. Buenos noches. Is that right? Buenos noches?
Sure.
Good night.
Good night, guys. This is Aight podcast presented by AML Media. It don't matter. Just, I'm going to learn in a lot of language how to say Aight.
Okay. Yeah, that's more entertaining than just saying hello.
Yeah. But welcome, everybody. Have a fun episode for you. Cover a bunch of topics, including how much cooler I am than everyone else. And that's basically this whole podcast.
That's every podcast.
Yeah. But Rachel, before we get into how cool I am, why don't you give us our plugs?
Okay, we are on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. All of our social media handles are on the screen, so take a screenshot if you're watching the video, or you can go to our website to find all of our direct links there. The website is aml.news.blog.
I was just kidding, guys. This podcast is about how cool I am. You already know that if you've been watching. But this is UBI podcast.
UBI.
Yeah. So I just want to start top of the show. I attract crazy. So big news for everyone out there. It's that time of the year. I joined the gym.
You did?
I did. There was one. It was kind of like, I think maybe God or something was like, all right, dude, I put a gym 4 feet from you. It's literally right around the corner, 24/7, every day, 24/7, and it's simple enough. Now I didn't get I'm sure at the beginning of the new year, it's going to be a bunch of people doing the same thing I am.
There's so many jokes about personal trainers who have to pretend to listen to these new people at the gym and be like, yeah, okay.
Well, so going into it, they had a good deal going. So
how did you even stumble into this place?
It's the plaza right down the way.
No, I know, but I go there all the time. I didn't even notice it.
They put it up mad quick, and they actually before they were in a different little tiny office building doing sign-ups for a while while they were building it. So out of nowhere, there was just signs up.
You told me about it on the phone, but you didn't tell me you signed up.
I just signed up today. I signed up 3 hours ago. I drove down there.
Oh.
Because I was...
Right on.
I was going to wait till the new year or whatever, but they had a deal going on right now to get people in there. Pretty good deal. But when you look at it online, they have trainers there. So the whole thing I just want to go in there and tell them, listen, I know it might not look like I've been in a gym before, but I know how all this works. I just want to see what do your lockers look like, and just get a vibe a little bit. And I like it. It's not super big. It doesn't have the it's not Planet Fitness-esque where it's there's plenty of free weights, but also enough ellipticals and all that type of shit. Nice TVs, still brand new, so everything looks nice and shiny. Well, we walk in and there's only a couple people in there, mostly old people. Like an old couple,
That's
on the treadmill.
That's my kind of gym.
Exactly. Everyone's keeping themselves not just loud music blaring.
Not too many hot people.
Yeah. There was a couple, and they weren't anything crazy. They were normal bros around the free weights and stuff. So it wasn't. And keep in mind, this is a Thursday night at 6 o'clock, right before the New Year. So it's probably pretty slow. But just to start from the beginning, we walk in and I immediately go, that guy is definitely showing a young lady around. And he's wearing jeans and maybe not even a logoed polo. He was just in total street clothes. Mm-hmm. And he's probably in his 50s showing this lady around. And I go, he can't be the personal trainer. Because I'm expecting we're going to go in there in a personal, I've had it happen before. The guy who signs you up is going to want to set a meeting. He's going to try and get you to pay for trainings and shit. Well, so I was ready to have my defensive mode up. The complete opposite happens. We ring there's no one there. I can see this guy.
Rachel, you were there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ring the bell. Of course, it's a 30-second, throughout the whole gym, ding, dong, ding, playing a little tune. I was like, really? They have that? There's only one entrance to this place. It's not that big. And I can tell, I'm that guy's definitely manager, but he's also teaching someone how to lift weights. He's I can hear him. He's I would just do 12 sets until you're tired. This, And the girl definitely doesn't have high aspirations. The young lady he was talking to.
12 sets is a lot of sets.
Anywho's,
Yeah.
not that it matters, but a young black fellow walks up, and he's not in. He's in like black skinny jeans, no athletic
First
apparel
and foremost, jeans is not the right attire for a gym, whether you work there or not.
That's exactly what I thought. I mean, he had a obviously fake gold big watch on, a pinky ring. Kid's probably like 19, maybe a little bit older, and when he walks up, he kind of just goes like, doesn't say anything, and me and Rachel take it upon us. I was like, we want to like look around and probably sign up, and he doesn't like. It's so hard to explain. I think he might have maybe been on the spectrum because he goes, all right, and the way he like looks at me and doesn't keep walking, he's like not behind the counter. I literally just go, what's up, dude? And he goes, what do you mean? I was like, I was so thrown off, dude. Like you would think this guy, the only thing after the whole experience, I go, they just hired anybody who, because it's a new gym, to sign people up. And we get like 3 steps in. I go, hey man, like, you know, I see treadmills. Just kind of want to check out like your facilities and stuff. He goes, all right, well, you ever been in a gym before? And I was like, yeah.
Dang.
Like, and it wasn't.
He wasn't mean. He just was awkward. Like he was.
I don't think
showing us around, but not actually showing us anything.
I think
was it because he was disinterested, or was he just weird?
I think disinterested, but also like it. Like it's happened to Rachel at our store where Rachel will say hi and the person's like, do you work here? I don't understand this situation. Like I think this guy's like, I'm just meant to like clean off bikes, and then like had to go up to the front counter. He had no idea, and he was like, that's treadmills, and I was like, I can see that. And
should have been like, yeah, I've been in a gym. Have you ever had a job before?
It was so weird, dude. I literally, I usually just go with the flow, but I said to him, I was like, what's up, dude? I was like, am I talking to the right guy? Are you just here to hang out, or do you work here? No name tag or anything.
Well, we also waited for like 5 minutes before anybody even came up to, and then he just stumbled out of the back. We were like, okay.
And also, keep in mind, this gym maybe has been open for like 2 weeks.
Oh, really? It's that new?
Brand new. They were literally still. Well, I'll get farther in the story, but they were still setting up some equipment. That's how new this place is.
Okay.
He goes, yeah, it's treadmills. We got like bikes and stuff. He cursed an awful amount, like not crazy, but he at one point goes, "That's bikes and shit," and then he was like, "Yeah, some free weights," and I was like, "Yeah, no, I can see that."
I was like this guy. Got bikes and shit.
I was like, "You got lockers?" He's like, "Yeah, we have lockers. That's where you can stretch and stuff." And I was like, okay. And he's like kind of moving forward. I feel like he was waiting for me to be like, hey, do you want me to teach you how to do your job, man? Like, I'm not testing you here. And I go, hey, I just really just want to, I get that stuff works. You have lockers? He goes, yeah, we'll get there. And he's like kind of just like putzing around. And then I kind of just start marching forward too, because both me and Rachel are looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
And then he goes, all right, well, what plan were you thinking about going on? And I was like, oh, do you still have the thing where it's like $1 to sign up, premium? And he goes, yeah. And then also, because only the first 200 people are supposed to get this deal, so this guy definitely doesn't make commission signing people up. And he goes,
fucked up, I think, because it sounds like you could just walk in there and work out and nobody would ever even say
there's
anything.
literally just a little scanner. At that moment, yes, you totally could have. Yeah. And he goes, all right, well, like tan the beds over there. It's like, oh, yeah, check out the lockers. And I was thrown off because it looked like bathrooms, but it's the bathroom / locker rooms. And he was like, I'll meet you up front.
He didn't even offer that up. I asked. I was like, can we see the lockers? And he was like, oh, yeah, they're back there. I'll meet you in the front.
So we were like, oh, okay, walk in there.
I'm assuming there's separate locker rooms for the women and men.
Nothing special. 2 shower stalls, which the showers are very close to the... There's no door on this locker room. It's like a mall bathroom situation going on.
Okay.
They have a handicap stall, so I was like, just in case
I can poop here.
God forbid I start getting into some supplements, and I'm like, I got to liquid shit right now. Lockers, whatever. Go to meet him up front, and it's also like the desk where you sign in, and also where he's about to get us memberships is right by the front door. So awkwardly, like we're standing there, he just sits down, doesn't like say anything, and we already told him what plan he wants to do. He shows his paper, and he goes like, "So what plan do you want?" And I was like, "That one we already talked about." And he goes, "All right, let me see your guys' IDs." And I can't how shitty his typing skills were. He had a phone there. I don't know, like this dude. I don't know how you graduate high school with the skill level this kid had.
What was he like?
Dude, barely. Like it was throwing him off. And
God love him. How can you be 19 and not have to type at a
that's what I'm saying. Like, you have a phone.
Pace?
I was like, I know the phone is the same fucking computer you're sitting at. This computer is designed to just make ID badges. Sit down, and then he's already overwhelmed that 2 people are signing up right now. So he signs me up, asks me address and all stuff, and then goes to ask for my email address, and my last name is my email address. And so I go blank, 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 and my last name, whatever. And I can tell when I said and my last name, he went, fuck. First of all, he already typed in my information, and he still has my ID. So I go, I can spell it for you. He goes, and I spell my last name, which took seriously like 15 seconds.
Did he get tripped up on the D and the E?
No.
People always get tripped up on that. And I'm like, David, Edward, or...
Listen, over the phone, this guy has already typed my last name. And
I
has
get
seen
it.
My
This
ID.
guy's all fucked up.
And it's not complicated, because I'm waiting, because I've joined up at other gyms way back, and like they want to do like a physical, because they want to make sure you're not like a liability kind of. And this guy goes, all right, how you paying? I was like, all right, oh, okay. And so when Rachel is going, he got me through it, which took him a long time. Then Rachel's going through, and the crew that was setting up this like big old machine, guy comes sprinting to the front, and he's like, I need a pen. He's like on the side of him, like Rachel's like, I need a pen. And the dude, the guy I'm talking to is like not even acknowledging that this guy's talking to him, because the pens are like right here, and because he's overwhelmed. And then the manager comes up and he's like, hey, David, we need a pen. Like reaches over and grabs a pen. That pen doesn't work, so it's just awkward. And it's just the workers like getting their receipt signed and shit. And then so behind him is a guy with a dolly that has a gigantic wooden crate on it. And there's just too much. This guy shuts down. There's too much noise, and I can see him not typing anything. And the manager goes to the workers. He's like, do you need to open both doors? Obviously, this is a giant wooden crate that you can make a shed out of. And so I just preemptively go to the front door and hold it. And I threw off the one dude on the dolly. He looked at me like, seriously, like he's like, how did you open that door? It's crazy, dude. This whole situation, I was like, there's a vibe going on right now that we're in a fucking dream, I think.
It's Twilight Zone.
Seriously, yeah. So I opened the door. Everyone is very thankful that I opened that door. It was a very simple thing. Manager thanked me twice. Both workers thanked me. Get back to it. Guys going through it.
The manager was so appreciative because he didn't want you to... Like, he realized he was giving off that he wasn't sure how to open that door.
And then at one point, the manager goes, like, to the worker who's signing us in and stuff, he goes, everything okay here? And he doesn't say anything to the manager. I gave a thumbs up. Oh yeah, we're good.
Dave, did you get that? Did you see how he opened the door?
Dude,
Okay.
it was upset. It threw both of us off the rest of the night, basically. And so then when I guess he gets himself back together, he's doing stuff Rachel, and he goes, I didn't mean to be a dickhead to that guy, right? And he said asshole, I think. And I was like, first of all, I don't know. For a second, I was like,
what guy?
The worker that was asking for a pen.
At the time, though, it made sense to me because he was saying, he was helping me, and the person came and was disturbing him.
The dude did, yeah. The worker.
It shouldn't register as an interference to give a pen.
Not even acknowledge.
You should be able to type and then just give the pen.
Or just, hold on. Dude, there was nothing there. Like,
but he's smart enough to register that he might have been an asshole. So this guy isn't
Dude, retard. I can't get my mind around it. Seriously, me and Rachel. So then we're done, and just like, I'm already in my head. I'm like, is this guy gonna like expect me to work out right now? I already had an excuse. I was like, I got stuff I gotta do, not just fat guy signs up for a gym and leaves immediately.
Right.
But this guy has nothing going on upstairs. So he goes, all right, you guys are like cool to go. And I was like, all right. So me and Rachel, as soon as we get outside, we both look at each other like, did you just experience what I just experienced in there? Dude, it was so weird. Like, this guy doesn't care about the job, shouldn't have this job.
Which is saying a lot for that job. I mean,
bro, I could teach a 10-year-old how to do that job in 5 minutes.
Better.
Way better. It's just not the personal trainer, because then I walked out, I go, damn, that manager's also the personal trainer here. They're just having a hard time staff this place, and it's nice. Everything's brand new and like decent. They definitely didn't buy cheap stuff. You know, I think they have Peloton bikes there, which aren't cheap at all. Plenty of TVs, and it's just, I was going like, God damn, dude, our workforce is in trouble. If this is what people think America is like.
It is what America is like.
That was scary. I was like, I know
What's
this is
surprising is that he's young. You like to think, like, I could see if he was like some burnout or something. But like a young person should be, I guess they have poor social skills. They are saying the young folks have very poor social skills.
Here's the thing. If that was an old person and was crappy on the computer, they know that, and they make up for it by being almost like too much customer service. This dude, at one point, I was like, hey, we're not done, I don't think. She doesn't have her card yet. Like, I just remember him, he seriously just shut down. I was like,
I hope for his sake that the issue is just that maybe it is his first job and he's like nervous and like, go ahead, Rachel.
Also, he may have just started, like, today might have been his first
That's what
day.
I'm saying.
So, because the gym just opened, they've been posting on social media that they're hiring.
Listen,
that's best case scenario. The bigger concern here is that is the effect of technology really fucking up these young folks? Because when you say he might be been 19, like, you're not exaggerating. Like, he was that young.
Yeah, he definitely may be able to drink legally. So he's young.
Okay.
And also,
I don't want to get all deep on, but
if this is his first day, what the fuck is that dress code? They didn't say, hey, like,
yeah, that's
like, because he was in like the tight black jeans that obviously his ass is hanging out with. I don't got a problem with that. But then he has like a paint splatter, like fancy, like it's designed. Like, he's wearing like a hoodie over a t-shirt and like a big dumb gaudy watch and a pinky ring. And I think he might have had earbuds hanging from his waist.
What's the difficulty in just making lanyards for your employees?
Listen, well, that too. That's a like badge. So this is what this guy has to do. So I think maybe that's not normal, but all he has to do is enter your name, your address, email. Do you want the text messages? So simple that, and then take off these things, type in the number, the lanyard thing you get, scan it once, and then check out. That's all that this takes.
Yeah, I figured it was pretty simple shit.
It just was over. That is okay. It's like, whatever. All right, first job, not dressed. But the whole entrance of like...
Yeah, I'm surprised you still signed up after this.
It was just a good deal. And I want to get moving more. And you know me. For me to ever say, literally the word for it, I go, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, forget about him being, bad on the computer and everything. It just was the whole, like...
The vibe.
We were bothering him to sign up for the gym, and he acted like it was a really crazy question that we wanted to see the gym. Like,
that's the thing. Like, because then I start going like, is this a weird thing to ask? Can I see your facilities first?
Yeah. Well, he made it clear that. Have you been in a gym? What do you need to see? Right.
And very early on, I go, I just want to check out your locker rooms and stuff, pretty much. I see you got everything that I need here. Oh, and then I'm already checked out at this point. Rachel's halfway through, and he goes, shit, did I tell you guys about the tanning rule? And we're like, no. He's like, you can't tan if no staff is here. We're like, okay. He's like, also, if you bring a guest, it has to be certain hours, and then like after a day, it costs them $10 and stuff. And then, which this is, you know what? Because has he never been in a gym? I go, we're checking out. I'm trying to be jovial and get this interaction out of the way. I go, do you guys have any of those like noise alarms or anything? He goes like, what? I go, like at Planet Fitness, like you're not allowed to grunt,
You're not allowed to growl,
or like drop weights, or an alarm goes off. And he goes, I don't know.
Wait, you're not allowed to drop weights?
No, it's like you can't intimidate anybody.
Okay.
So literally,
Okay, I get
Planet Fitness is like you can't grunt.
I like the no growling and grunting and obnoxious roid head type shit. But sometimes when you're doing freeway, it's like if it's heavy, like you gotta drop them. Anyway,
So I throw this guy away. He goes, I don't know. I don't think so. I go like, Planet Fitness. He goes, yeah, I don't know. And then
if it's not on tour,
and then like he pauses for a second. He goes like, well, so like we had like an old lady singing really loud the other day and no alarms went off, and I go, okay, that's not what I was getting at, but sure.
Well, you got your answer. There's no alarms.
He still wasn't sure. He goes, I don't think so, and it's funny because obviously he's new to this job because like he's like, did I tell you guys how to get in when it's after hours? And we're like, no. He goes, there's like a black box out front. You got to scan it. Like, you got like 3 inches below it, and like there's like a blue light. And I was like, you got to scan the card. He goes, yeah, that one. It was just it threw me off because I'm going in there. You know me. I'm like, damn, I've been to the gym in a while. I don't know if these guys are going to try and do some assessment.
Well, you said they have trainers. Right?
Well, online it says they have trainers.
Because, yeah, they always do. At least they'll set you up with, like, your first... It's, like, free.
Yeah, they'll give you one free one, and usually what they do is they're like, are you sure you're not a professional athlete, dude?
Yeah.
Which it said we paid for that, but I was, like, hoping they weren't going to try to set it up.
That's what I mean, because I went on the website, and it shows the, list the amenities of stuff they have, and it's like premium, you get, like, a free... And then they got this thing, they scan your body. It's called, like, the X scan. I don't know what the hell it does, but I was like, I sure as hell ain't doing that.
Yeah, you'll get a result and just say, fat.
We don't have a label for this.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir. The machine actually says, please get off of it.
No, but it's funny. Like, do you need your body scanned to tell? Like, I'm at the gym. I need some help here.
Yeah, so going into it, I have all these already defense mechanisms going.
And you got nothing.
And I'm ready to go. Like, I don't want a personal trainer.
You didn't
like,
have
I
a
was
defense mechanism for Dave, though. You didn't have a plan for this guy.
I did not. Dude, I think when I made eye contact with him, I threw him off.
Huh?
Dude, it was just so weird. He never went behind the counter at first because I mean, like we just want to look around and then we'll probably sign up. And like, I might as well said like, hey, am I allowed to like try and take my shirt off as much as possible just to see what I would look like in the mirror? Like, it was nuts.
So,
Weird way to start off this experience, but.
So are you gonna go back?
Oh yeah, we signed up. I got my thing.
Maybe they were just getting the most awkward thing possible that could happen there out of the way.
Let's hope. How much more awkward can it be?
So
Hey, when it comes down to it, it seems like all you do, you literally walk in, scan your thing, and you go do your own stuff.
Now maybe if you like, are you gonna shower there? Because he might pop in and be like, did I tell you guys about...
Oh, God, I'll get the hospital shower story.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine. I don't need anything as soon as I get naked. Did you say you wanted stuff? I forget.
You know where the towels are? Did I tell you about the towels?
The only thing they didn't have, which there's not a lot of gyms that do, I got spoiled, is they don't have a steam room.
Yeah, well, if you're looking for something that convenient at a low price, you're not going to get a steam.
No, but they are really, really nice. It feels so... Because you get a good workout, so if you get like a little pump, you're like, damn, my tricep might be looking bigger.
Promise me that you're not going to this gym with the thought process that you're going to be pumping iron and getting all jacked and shit.
No, I the first thing I looked at was like they have the bikes that you kind of sit down.
No, for real though. Like I love you, and like you always, and I used to have it too. Like if I can't be like an athlete like I was, then I'm not doing it.
No,
and like that can't.
4 years ago, that would have been a mentality.
That can't
but
be the mindset.
I gotta like, I gotta make sure my ankles can work through a workout.
Yeah,
basically,
man,
at
and
this
dude.
point.
Like I don't know how far you, but you could drop pounds quick with some exercise. And and you go with your wife, it's something to do.
That, the 24-hour thing.
Yes, that's
Which
cool.
the next thing is I got to.
You could bring me too at night, right? The guests.
Yeah, it has to be during hours.
Fuck all that.
I'm
just running.
But yeah, the one thing, my probably biggest thing will ride bike, stretch. I actually might stretch before I get there because it is just a complete open concept.
You got to get comfortable there, and then
yeah,
it'll be
and
like
that's why I like the
space.
24/7 because I'm just going to try and find a time where, it's just me and some old lady.
I'm not going with you in the middle of the night.
I'm not going to be going in the middle of the night, but like 5 to 7 is probably their busiest time.
I don't know. These gyms, a lot of times, like, they're pretty full at weird times. So I don't know, because a lot of people go there with the mindset, like, I'm going to go when no one else is there. You have to feel it out.
We went today at, 5:36?
It's still brand new, though.
And yeah, but there was, like, nobody
Still
there.
brand new, but also it's right before the new year. So people, like me, I'm not going to go before the new year. I mean, that's 3 days away.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, kind of like, we're getting the bad snacks out of the house, and then I'll, start. And if I
start slow too, you don't have
no,
to
like I
go
literally
balls out.
probably the first thing is the bike that's like sit down. It's not like you're up vertical like a normal bike, and then just walk. They say the best thing is walk incline on a treadmill.
Is there a track?
No track.
No track. Good.
No. It wouldn't be big. It'd be awkward if there was a track.
I don't know how big the space is, but like I was just thinking that wouldn't be a really expensive thing. But if it's not big enough, it's not big enough.
And for me, I would never run on a track.
No, I was okay walking. Get your
that's what
going.
the walking on incline on a treadmill is the best.
Yeah.
That's the best way to get your heart rate up to a certain point and keep it there.
I would
then I will do some free weights because I do.
You know
like
what I'm saying now.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. I probably won't ever.
You don't need to.
I might never
up.
squat again.
Yeah, you don't need to. Bulk
Maybe
up.
if they I'll do leg press
because that's what you know how to do.
Yeah,
that's like your not muscle memory, but like
when I think
your
of
gym mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that.
No, and even I was looking, just the simple fact that it's easier is like even instead of a like they have bench presses, but they have the machine where you sit and bench. Like I said, I don't need power. I don't need to be able to push a 300 man off
explosion.
me. I just want to work some muscles and get my whole body moving.
Honestly might find, because I found like when I used to go to the YMCA, I found that actually, aside from like curling and like glamour exercises, like I liked using the machines.
Yeah, because they're way simpler.
And I hurt myself every time I try to work out.
I do have to watch myself with my elbow.
Yeah.
And my shoulders. There's not going to be any power lifting ever again. It's literally just going to make myself sweat as much as I can.
That's why I started running. Sweat. It's just good for you in a million different ways. But I'm happy. I'm happy for you.
I might. And
you can't though. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna try and give myself like prizes to work towards. So I said I really like those steam rooms. Well, like if I go for 2 months, they make like it's basically a portable tent that like it's like a one person steam room that like it's like held together by PVC pipes.
Okay.
And like so that way, because it also does help you sweat right at the end and get some toxins out.
To be able, we're not Russians. Every Russian family has a fucking steam room.
So like you can get a decent one for like $120 on Amazon. So like if I go, I'm gonna set a goal of like if I go for 6 weeks, buy myself a little portable steam room.
I've never heard of that. That's pretty cool though, because it's relaxing too.
But you know what? It's really nice is to do steam room and then get right into. Now you don't like cold showers.
No,
but
I can't do a cold shower. I'm bitch.
Steam room, when you get so hot into a cold shower, it's so good for you. Really good for your skin, and it does feel like it's like the ice bath thing. It sucks. Well, you don't have to get a full cold shower. You just like kind of want to shock the system a little bit. So you get in there cold and then set it back to whatever temperatures. But
so you guys aren't planning on like. It's just a suggestion. The rule isn't like you have to go together.
No.
Nah, because you don't.
Now we have one car. so
right,
that
right.
will do a little complications to it.
Because that can be a benefit. But that can also be like an excuse not to go.
Well, I'm definitely not going to we can walk on the treadmill next to each other.
You can walk there, honestly. Not in the winter, maybe, but
Honestly, yeah. If that wouldn't be a bad thing if you get in a little bit better shape. But
hit up their fucking. If they have an elliptical too, those things are. I wish I had an elliptical.
I just feel weird on them. I don't get. Like I said, my first start is going to be on the bike. That doesn't hurt my taint. And then
Good luck.
And then walking on the incline, and they have. I'll just pop in. That's you got to find the secret, and how you shut your brain off and get a good podcast going.
Oh yeah.
Or watch something.
I think music. Well, maybe.
It's the up and down. It's the finding a play, having to find the right.
Well, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But for me, I can't really tune into a podcast. Like I tried to do audiobooks when I ran, and I couldn't really listen. But music just put you like in that little different space, kind of where you just tune out.
The problem with me with music is like.
Yeah, you're a counter.
I'm a counter, and then so I'll start like walking on the beat of the song, and then if it changes, if I go from some Sam Smith to some like Red Hot Chili Peppers, and all of a sudden I'm like, well, I'm off rhythm. This is weird.
Yeah,
That's why you have to do those playlists that are like beats per minute for
Yeah.
working out.
That's a good thing. I just also put a movie on your phone.
well, you said they have TVs, right?
They have TVs up top, and I didn't look actually. I wanted to. The treadmills have a big screen. A lot of times treadmills have, it'll just play like the news or something. But now with a cell phone, I'll just put my cell phone there, wireless headbuds, and that way, be like, all right, I'm going to watch 2 episodes of something. I know that'll be 40 minutes of walking or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And just once you find your groove, just make sure like don't beat yourself up if you don't go once. Can't be all or nothing.
Yeah, I'm going
It's
to.
hard.
I'm going into it completely open-minded, but like I'm thinking, like I said, I'm going to give myself a goal of I'm not setting weight goals or anything like that, but like I'm thinking like 3 days a week. I'm going to give myself a minimum.
That's a good number.
And I have enough days off.
It's not all crazy.
And it's close enough where
It's not that.
it literally is hopping in the truck and I'm there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm one drive away from
Not
the gas
even a
station.
whole
Yeah.
song.
And ample parking. And to be
Yeah,
honest, if I drove by and I seen that it was packed,
It's not that bad to turn around
Yeah.
and go back later. Although I thought most gyms would have like you could, maybe not this gym, but like you could check to see how busy it is before you even go.
you know what? After on Google, for instance, it'll tell you like if you ever notice, it'd be like it's like a bar graph and it shows like at 7 p.m. it's the most busy. And it might eventually down the line. That would be a good idea if there's not like a program for that. If you could program, that would be. I'm sure there's already 20 programs just for that.
Yeah, just like a website. I'm sure like Planet Fitness has like if you like you can go to the gym that you go to and it'll say like moderate or heavy.
I just have to get I just need to get like really long. The one thing I might just invest in is like super long tall tees. Or no, actually I have the wife beaters that are real
you get
long.
some new gear.
Nah, I don't need to. I all my shit is athletic apparel, but I just don't want. I want to be able to tuck a shirt in.
You don't want
super long.
You don't want spillage.
Yes, but I forgot I have those wife beaters, so that'll work.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because they're super long, and the second you wear them for more than 20 minutes, they double in size.
They're also a good. You could tell how good of a sweat you're getting real quick in a beater because it's like I don't know. Are yours like pretty flush
when you
and
first
clean?
put them on?
So like they will like you'll know just from the feeling of like how hard you're working. Like I'm just saying based on running, like I always have a beater on, and if I don't, when I take that thing off, if it's not wet,
yeah,
top to bottom, that means I wasn't really going for
the
it.
only thing. Like the steam room, that's fine. The only thing is like they had towels there, but it definitely is just wiping down stuff. Because like the one gym I was going to for a little bit, a couple years back, dude, they had like millions of bleached white towels. Because when I work out, especially with my hair, I put a towel over my head when I'm on the bike or something. It helps me
Focus.
sweat more. Yeah, and it does kind of blind you a little bit, but also then all you have to do is like take the towel so you don't get itchy forehead from like the when the
Yeah,
sweat
yeah.
drips down, start to itch you a little bit or agitate your nose. So I might just, I'll just.
We're sweaters too.
Yeah, but
Like I'm a dripper.
that's why the towels. So I'll just, I'll get some trash towels, cut them into the right
So
sizes.
what do you mean they only have like towels for what? What do you mean?
Like it's not like it's not like a bath towel, like a bathroom towel. It's and I didn't get a good look at them.
Back by the bathroom towels?
I didn't look in there
because they have showers.
Yeah, but you probably have to bring your own towel.
I
know what you mean. They're
didn't look there,
They're
but like
hand towels.
so yeah, they're a little bit bigger than a hand towel, and it's like almost like that microfiber.
No, I
it looks
got you.
like. And they have, which is nice. I'm glad. Right up front, dude. There's like 100 of like spray cleaner bottles.
Yeah, dude. You don't want to catch no ringworm or something.
Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome.
But
to
yeah,
hear.
so I'll just, and I'll probably rock a long sleeve for a little bit just to get the sweats going as soon as I can.
I'd like. Well, it's indoors, but even when it's like summer, I always have long sleeve. I mean, like you said, the biggest goal should be just to get sweaty as fuck and get that heart rate up. So layer up a little bit, put a hoodie on.
Yeah, we'll see. Because that's a lot of times I do. I will go too hard at first. I wanted to be able to like just get right back to a certain type of baseline, and with this, it's nice. It's Rachel. What is it? $30 a month? 35 a month?
30.
30 a month.
That's not bad for the convenience alone.
I mean, some gym shit, dude. That one gym I was going. Now it was sick, and it was in Fox Chapel, so it was just kind of hot trophy wives work there, and then me and my buddy Steve. And they had a steam room, like 7 showers in there, and then just a bunch of old dudes just hanging dong in the like.
Of course.
Because there was literally an old school TV in the corner, and they were just there like to watch the news.
They were just hanging.
They literally were just They went with their wives and said, "I'm going to go do this cycle class." And
They were
just,
going for the lemon party.
They were just probably going in the steam room, showing the wife, "Look, I sweated today," and then get a 20-minute shower.
I know what you mean though. Like some of those gyms, like if you're into the gym scene, like they're too much, man. It's like you guys are all fucking just corny.
Well, because I was thinking,
And the problem is, you could get a nice gym that you like, and it turns into that.
yes, and that's
annoying.
Because the one I was
This
going
is
to go
my spot.
Peacocks. It's like, dude, we get it, dude. You could take pussy from me. First of all, I don't think any.
That's funny. That's where you go.
First, I don't think any girl has ever been hit on at the gym and go, "Oh, yes, I do want to go on a date with you."
That probably does happen, but by like 4
Both
or
of them
5
are
guys.
crap people. Let's put it that way. They're
No,
both-
it's just like, don't take over my gym. You fucking jerk off.
Well, so-
that's why I'm not going to Planet Fitness. Or
I was going to go to LA Fitness because they have racquetball courts there. Now, it's a lot more expensive and a longer drive, not a crazy drive. And they have an indoor pool. And
right.
I've always said, like, I don't need to be rich, but I want to make it where I can have a pool that I can use a lot of the year round, which in Pittsburgh, you have to have an indoor pool. But you know what I mean?
That'd
Like,
be awesome.
that is the only way. Like, that's not the only way, but that is the way I think I could be in the most healthy shape of my life.
Yeah, well, especially because your ankles are fucking janky.
Ankles, and as soon as I get in water, dude, I get an energy level. I could be dog ass tired. As soon as I get in the pool, little kid comes out, and I'm like,
they're buoyant. It's awesome.
I can do backflips, dude. I can do a handstand like you can't believe. And also, I because there's people out there that are in way better shape than I am that would be like, I don't want to go to a public pool. I don't give a shit, dude. I will take my shirt. I've never been the only. I've had people be like, you have to put a shirt on. The sun is ruining you. And I go, no, I refuse to be pool shirt guy. It's
So right now, if you went to a public pool and there was like 20 people in there, you would just pop the shirt off and go right in?
Yeah. Because a lot of it's confidence on that. And I don't even have good skin.
Well, that's why I asked, not because you're fat.
I have, yeah, because I'm fucking, I got like, I'm pasty, and then any blemish is pink and purple.
Plus,
But
when
yeah.
by even just being white, like stretch marks are like,
Yeah, so I got gnarly stretch marks, but yeah, and you know why? Because
I'm talking for me.
one, I'm married, and two,
Right, yeah.
if someone were, you got to be mean as shit.
No one's gonna say anything.
And if you giggle, I get it. It's kind of funny. Look at the fat guy. But also, then I'm confident in the water. When I get in there, like, oh, you're real skinny? I probably can hold my own with you on a 2-lap
Yeah.
race.
yeah, I can't imagine any adults being like, "Look at this guy. He can't swim as fast as me."
Well, not even that. But yeah, it's just you know.
He probably can only do one flip.
Now, the move I will do is I will hang out and act like I'm like getting loose with my shirt on, and wait for the perfect moment to pop that off and jump into the pool.
Yeah.
Because then when you're in the water, we're all at the same level.
Yeah. That's like when you're at the beach and there's like this much water and you're crawling on your stomach.
Yeah, and you're like, no, I just like it. It's really, I'm not creeped out right now, but
Yeah.
all right. And you're waiting for the hot girls to walk by, and then you're like, I can't get the fuck out
The
of
worst part about the ocean is getting in and getting out. But like, you don't need much salt water to be like floating around.
here. No, it's a game. I actually search for shells, so it's not me being embarrassed at all.
Yeah, you learn like the nuances of popping the shirt, because I never was a shirt in the pool guy either.
And I've tried telling people. I've had friends. I go, listen, man,
You look weirder.
we all know the shirt's not hiding anything, and especially I've had like if you're tan and fat, you have it so much better, because like your stretch marks don't look as bad. Like I look like someone took a pink Sharpie
Like you got a
and
Freddy Krueger,
squiggled
bro.
down me.
You got
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger.
But like when you're tan and you have like natural kind of olive skin, it looks so much better. If you have blemishes, it's not white to purple contrast.
Yeah, blemishes on darker skin sometimes look worse.
That's why I'm saying tan.
Yeah.
But also sometimes the people that
That's-
are more tan, they're more oily, and they're going after their back knee and stuff.
Yeah. I was gonna say like when you have like blemishes and stretch marks, that's like shit you notice. But like I can't remember ever seeing somebody with their shirt off and me being like, "Damn, look at." Like, I guess maybe because I was fat, stretch marks aren't a big deal. Like
I feel for because me and you were both like, I feel for you, buddy. Like we talked about, like time I seen the guy walking, he was trying to do a jog, and I literally tried wholeheartedly go like, "Yo, keep it up, man," and immediately I know that guy was like,
never do
I
it.
can't even try to get in shape.
Yeah, I think I've seen that guy a couple times.
I said, really, dude, he's super nice. He might be a little light in the loafers, but
He's short and thick all the way through.
yes, he's got that like ankle is as thick as his calf type of thing.
Yeah,
going
he's
on.
built like a woman named like Debbie or something. But
Don't use Debbie. We got an Aunt Debbie.
you
Aunt
know
Debbie.
what I mean.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. I'll think of a name. Debbie. Damn it. That's good.
But you know what else too? If you don't have much body hair kind of obfuscates your.
Yes.
You don't want to be a rug, man, just covered in terrible hair, but it does help. Like
It's also the placement of hair. Because like if you're just not like just normal, a little bit more on the hairy side, but then you get that shit where it's just as thick from your usually receding hairline all the way down to your ass.
this tuft.
Yeah,
of
when
hair
you got
back
a
here.
gruffle, what do you call it on that dog? The part of the dog is scruff.
The scruff.
If your scruff is as
Yeah.
hairy as your head,
Yeah, there are certain spots you don't want hair, like back of your neck, shoulders,
yeah, really hairy
Like-
shoulders
like-
sucks.
hands, feet. But like I'm just saying,
Does help hide.
yeah. Although Asian people aren't hairy, and I've never seen an Asian person make damn look at those fucking stretch marks.
Well, also a lot like
And like I've watched
the
sumo
ones I'm
wrestling
like
and
they
shit.
have a little bit of a tanner skin. Them like they have a different type
Yeah,
of
true,
skin,
true.
and also they're like, they eat like weird raw dough type of things. I'm just I guess I'm just going off sumo wrestlers. Actually, no, I've seen some sumo on some of those docs.
They're not all Asian looking. Some of them like look like Turkish white hair.
Yeah. Well, that's
people.
the thing. They'll have terribly placed hair
Uh-huh.
on their body and just fat hangs at weird points. That's another thing, is where does your fat lie?
Yeah.
And that a lot of it is obviously genetics, but did you move at all when you were younger?
Yeah, there's different ways to get fat. For sure. But
Like big titties, like when you see someone who's like they're not
that is a
fat-
good reason not to take your shirt off.
that,
at the
yes,
pool.
that one's when you're not that fat and you have a hangover titty,
Yeah.
that does sting.
I get that. Like just keep the shirt on.
Sometimes you'll see that like an Alabama football player, you know, like just genetically he's got some titty there.
Yeah.
He's 6'8", 400 pounds, and can bench press 1,000 pounds, but he still just has a little bit of hangover tit.
I'm trying to think now. Can you think of a time in your life where you were like swimming or in some kind of situation where shirts were being popped off and you saw a man with like some big ass titties actually take his shirt off? Dude, man tits are one of the rarest sights in the world. No man wants to show his tits. A girl would rather pop off her shirt and show us her tits than
Dude,
a man.
That one, that's a hurt piece because, yeah.
You can't work those off, either.
Most of the time you can't. It's like the fat is on the nipple. It's like stretched out weird. I'm just thinking of your buddy.
Rachel, can you pull us up a picture of man
that's
tits? I'm trying to mentally picture like what big man tits look like, and I've never seen them in person.
Well, no,
There's
you
a
have
certain kind, Clark.
Tom.
I've never seen him with his shirt off.
Well, I know he has some man tits because it definitely.
Yeah, but I'm saying naked. I can't remember seeing anyone's
like
man tits.
like this guy. Do you think that's man tit?
Yeah. It's not the long sausage.
Yeah,
tit
that's
you're
got
talking about.
some.
Keep
He's
going.
also got a lot of side hangover.
But there's also like buff guys here. That's not man tit.
Well, because a lot of times they say thing with steroids is it'll give you man boobs.
That picture you have your cursor on, click on that. He's pretty cute.
What website's that? You bookmark that for me?
Yeah. Keep going down. That's a man. Oh look, here's a bunch of man tits. That's definitely some man tits.
Yeah, but that's just overall very, very fat.
That kind of looks like he could be our brother.
I'm going to the gym so I don't ever look like that.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, nobody can see these.
I know. Yeah, I guess that's not meant for great audio, but we all know what some man tit is. But yeah, the hangover one's the bad because
No, I was just trying to, like that guy right there.
this one.
Those are the tits you were describing
Yes.
that I've never seen in person. Rachel, can
There's
you
a
put this
reason-
up on the screen?
There's a reason you've never seen. I'll keep this here.
Just for the
Rachel.
pod, because I want
Yes.
those are the titties you were describing. I've never seen those with the naked
That's because
eye.
they spend their whole life making sure no one sees them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get why you would keep your shirt off.
That's just something where you go, guys, I have a weird skin condition. I can't take my shirt off.
Yeah.
All right, just had to take a little break there. You're having kind of one of my days today.
Not until I got here.
I'm telling you, the gym that guy threw everything. We're all stuck in this loop
Yeah.
that won't reset till midnight.
Let's hope it
'Cause-
resets.
You threw it up.
I threw it up.
He threw it up, and then his digestive system's just not the greatest, right? Is your belly hurt at all, or is it just?
No, but I will tell you, earlier I ate so I was keeping my mouth. I ate oatmeal. And I always do 2 packets of oatmeal. Usually 2 different flavors if they mesh well together. Today I had cinnamon and apples and brown sugar or something like that.
Mm.
And I put a scoop of peanut butter in there and a tiny bit of butter. And it turned out perfect, but bro, it fucked me up like bad. And I eat oatmeal a lot. I don't know what happened.
Well, did you have a banana with it too?
Nah, I need to get bananas. Wheat toast.
Wheat toast.
So these are the tales from Steven's kitchen. Oh, you know what else I made yesterday? I have all this shit in my not cover, but like where I put all my canned goods, and I'm like, I don't want to eat Thanksgiving leftovers again yet, or Christmas left. We had Thanksgiving dinner on Christmas. Whatever.
Bakri tradition.
Yeah. Well, Muslims don't eat ham, and that's great. But I just grabbed some shit. I was like, I'm making this. I gotta eat. I gotta prepare something for myself. Okay. So I didn't have any meat that wasn't frozen, so I did rice and beans.
A staple in your life.
I love beans. Yeah, rice and beans, and I made refried beans. And I doctored them up with like some cheese, mix it all in this, it all melts together, and I put that together and ate that. And that
seems like that
Beans
might
on
be.
beans.
I was gonna say, seems like that might be the
Maybe that's why.
That took a long time to digest.
I gotta tell you this, like it sounds like basic as shit, but I promise you, if you got like Mexican food and that was the side, you would be. It was really good, man.
Refried beans are
They're
slept
so
on.
fucking good.
People, it's because it took me a little bit to get into them because they're not the most appealing looking thing.
Especially when you open the can and it's just a can shape.
Mm-hmm.
But they're so good, dude.
They aren't. And it's funny because it's like you can make some healthy beans. Unfortunately, the best flavored bean is the most unhealthy refried bean.
Yeah.
At that point, I don't even know the nutritional facts of them. But
Well,
it's
isn't
definitely
it like beans like that are already cooked in lard or something like
the
that?
way that they coagulate, there's definitely some added fats in there. There's definitely some butter.
I think it's lard or something.
And probably depends on where you get them. But yeah, anything that holds its shape that well out of a can.
It ain't just mashed beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got the name. It's not fried. Refried.
Right. Right. And well, you know, that was after actually I had dropped the ball on the Greek food or the pizza place you told me about, and I was like, I'm not just fucking microwaving. Like, I want something else, something different I haven't had in a while. So, but I do want to find a Greek place. I'll have to check out that Aladdin spot.
Yeah. And also,
it's so simple. Like,
and you're still building up your cabinets, but you know you always got to like keep some pastas around.
Oh, I do. That was one of those days where I was like, I'm gonna put something together here that's not like a box that you open. You know what I mean?
I'm glad. So this is the 4th time you used your oven.
Yeah. Oh shit, dude. The other day, I'm like my mother, bro. You know, in the morning I always make my pot of coffee, and I had a fresh cup of coffee, all doctored up, creamer and everything. And in the middle of making the cup of coffee, I'm like, let me sweep up my apartment. So I'm like sweeping up, and I get everything swept up, and in the dustpan, I'm dumping it out, and I go to put the fucking dustpan, how like clicks on the handle, and like I hit the fucking cup of coffee on the counter with the back of the broom, and spilled this fucking, because I don't drink a small cup of coffee. You know, it's a 20-ounce coffee.
To the brim. He makes
the brim.
He get all 20 ounces.
Yes.
19.99 ounces are that thing.
And that's just the first cup. Okay. But it spilled down the fucking side of the stove.
Oh, the worst place.
The worst possible place. But I had to move the stove out and fucking clean up the car. And then the coffee kept coming from somewhere and pulling around like like you know how there's like a screw on bases on the stove or whatever, any appliance
things.
And it kept pulling there in little pools. So for like 3 hours, I was like, "Where is this leftover coffee?" Because it
got in the seams.
I opened it. Yeah, I opened it. And I was like, "There's no coffee in the stove." I fucking moved the stove to get all the shit on the floor and on the. Oh my god,
bro!
Dude.
That is something that I'm not a coffee drinker, but if I was, and that was part of my morning routine, if I'm on my way to work, PTO.
Yeah, right.
I'd make up some dumb excuse. And
especially because it wasn't just coffee, it was like creamer and everything. So like if you just let that go or don't clean it up well, it's going to start to stink.
Yeah, because in the mornings, I'm already shooting hot. That's something I might go, I'm fucking going back to bed. I'll take care of this later.
Yeah.
And then at 6 o'clock at night, I wake up and then I go, oh.
Fortunately, I was already in cleaning mode. So I was like, well. But all I had to do is take the cup of coffee and move it onto the coffee table where it belongs. But no, I had it on the counter. Yeah. I started sweeping in the middle of preparing my morning coffee. Just, do one thing at a time.
And people. I would imagine that coffee probably had a lid that you could have put on there.
Oh, definitely. But the cup is so warped from being microwaved that the lid, like coffee comes out of the seam when you drink it, so it's useless. So actually,
it's once again with you, it's the unmitigated risks you always take in life. I don't get it.
About, I guess.
You know what? Everyone, different strokes for different folks, but yeah, you know how I am with. I took a big step and I let me have liquids near electronics.
Yeah,
I don't trust other people and I don't trust myself because I'm just always waiting for the worst to happen. And because for a while there, we were having, I had to yell it took me no floor beverages.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
You like to put right next to where your heel is. And you're a jittery guy. So I'm like, dude, you want to spill that drink, don't you?
Yeah, because I get up a lot. Yeah. Well, listen though.
I don't think I've ever, since you've been here, and when Rachel's gracious enough to cook for us, yet have you made your plate, sat down, and not had to get up at least 2 more times.
I don't notice it.
Which, I mean, good, energy, good. But it's funny because, like, in my mind, I want to, especially, like, if we'll have a movie we picked out. When I go to sit down,
That's it.
I already have I know exactly where the plate was going to be on the table. And this isn't a fat thing. Okay, I want to preference that.
No, eating is pleasurable for all people.
No, this is just a. I had that little kid in me. Like I know where I want my cup to be. I'm right-handed, but I want it out of the way enough, and just. But you, I mean, just throw it down. Like shit, napkin. I need more ice. Shit, I want more shoes on or something like this.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there. I'm eating. I'm like,
I enjoyed the meal all the same. You know.
True. It's
but definitely, like, it's ridiculous to be making a cup of coffee and stop to sweep up the kitchen before.
Funny enough, too, I do feel like that's something that your mom would have done as well.
Totally. That's why I said I'm
cleaning mid making coffee, not realizing that the coffee's there and hitting it with the.
Totally.
Listen, our mom she put cleaning above everything else besides maybe her children, and then even sometimes not that. We're talking about a woman that if she's in a certain situation, she would ash in her cigarette container that still had cigarettes in there because she didn't want to, which ash is basically nothing, but she's like, I don't want to make a mess at all.
Yeah, that's some next level shit.
I mean, we're talking about a woman that once a month, everyone would have to get up because mom can't find her glasses, or she's like, I had $40, I don't know what happened to it, and 9 out of 10 times it was in the trash can that she threw it out.
I thought you were gonna say my dad took it.
Maybe on the second one, but not her glasses.
But yeah, like she
would be in clean. She wakes up in clean mode, so she's like, when I get home, I want to relax. She's not gonna relax. She's gonna
That's
clean.
how she gets her. She would get her stress off.
True.
Like that was like if she couldn't clean up, like she would have pent up like angst.
Yeah. She literally. One of her favorite cell phone games was a game where you literally just cleaned up a room. It was absurd.
Yeah. And she also, like, she wouldn't cook certain meals if it took too many dishes.
Oh, yeah. It could be the best thing ever, and if it has 3 pots involved, that's a once-in-a-year thing.
Yeah. She would clean the oven, like
that's what
as a routine.
We'd have parties, and people would, like...
Be like, what's that smell?
My mom's getting ready to, like, actually party, but she's like, I want to clean first, and so everyone takes it as, like... Everyone takes it as, like, oh, I guess the party's ending. And it's like, no, my mom just she needs to clean for a little bit before she can enjoy herself.
She knows how to party, but she can't until you're right. She needs to clean to enjoy herself. But that's not. I'm glad that I picked up some of that from her.
Oh,
but not like put your coffee down, drink a little bit of it before you just start sweeping.
Yeah. Oh, and it's funny you're saying like the build up angst. Every once in a while, you'd come home and it'd be like 12 o'clock at night, and mom's like washing the table. You're like, Mom, what's up? And she's like, your father. Ang. If she starts cleaning windows after 11 p.m., something's going on.
Yeah, you're totally right. Well, we all have to exercise our demons.
And she turned hers into a very. It was nice for us because we're like, this house is clean as shit, and I don't care who you are living in a clean house.
It was also kind of spoils you because then you go to other people's houses and you're like, this is how normal people live.
Yeah, and she it took us years of beating it out of her because like even like shit, say we'd get new couches or like something we had to put together. She's like cleaning around you while you're like, we're gonna make another mess. Let us finish this project. But she's like, I got to clean while you're doing this.
That's yeah. It's not the point that you're gonna make another mess. Yeah. But we miss you, Mom.
Yeah,
but yeah, there was a lot of positives that I picked up from her, but the neurosis and the jitteriness, I notice it sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and I got mine in different ways because my thing, when I go to clean, then it's like Rachel hates it because Rachel's good at working one thing. I'm gonna organize this drawer. You know, she's right. I'm like, I want to get this done as fast as possible. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be sweating. But when I go in clean mode, I'm like, it's not. This is a sport. Okay, this isn't something I just want to sit down. I'll do 15 minutes later. I'm like, I'll make myself tired and hurt my back just to get the job.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. Your gym mentality. Same premise.
Yeah, but
and you,
if we want to use that analogy, if a good athlete is mom's clean house, I'm the hoarder next door that you can't clean all this in one day.
Yeah, you're right. That's definitely a good way of putting it.
We're gonna work on one room at a time, and we know it's gonna take. This isn't a one day deal thing.
But I will say this: the anger part is what's off-putting.
Yes,
you can't be busting out the anger just because you don't want to do it on other people, and you radiate. I
do, and you've said that for a lot of my life. And I'll go like, I don't want you guys to be in bad mood, but
that's not how humans work.
I know, and it just sometimes it's a good thing because sometimes I can turn a room around when I'm in a positive thing. But yeah, when I get in a bad mood, it really can just.
It's just human. That's just how we are. But you know, it's we're all works in progress. I'm all fucked up. You know, my shit is retarded.
Yeah, but hey, if you got to live by some things, right? So you know, when your brain tells you something you don't want to do it, you should probably do it.
That's the rule.
If you want to do it really bad, you shouldn't do it.
Definitely not. No, it took me a long time to figure some of that out. You know. Wait, let me tell you a quick something. I got a fucking letter from the doctor today, and a bill for $400 for a vaccine shot that I never got, and some other like thing. I think it was for the equipment to do the shot. And
from your doctor here?
Yeah, man. And he told I was free and clear. You know me. I'm not like somebody who's like, you know, fairyland. Like I'm pretty sure he said like he definitely said.
And I know him. He's my doctor too.
Yeah.
He wants to do that.
Yeah, because our mom just died and I just moved there, and he was like, I'm gonna let you, you know. Don't worry about this. All I'm doing is writing your prescription for medicine you're already taking. So I got it's annoying because now I got to call them, and you know, like, that shit's gay.
The thing that sucks is it's hit or miss there because there's one girl that it's awesome behind the counter, and then there's two that are not good behind the counter.
And I'm also like,
because that's just a clerical mistake, obviously.
But how they make that mistake?
You got to take good with the bad. As much as he's an awesome doctor, and I like because I can relate, and he don't want to charge you unless he absolutely has to. He also is kind of like, he don't like doing paperwork. You can tell.
Yeah, no, I'm figuring that. But what I'm worried about is I'm gonna call, and it's gonna be like, because they're part of this medical group. Mm-hmm. I'm worried that their billing is gonna come from them, like some other office. So I'm gonna have to talk to them.
No, they're pretty private there.
Yeah.
Like it's a family practice, but they're just linked through Genesis. So
I think you actually should be okay there.
Well, I'm definitely not paying this bill, but we'll see. You know, we'll see.
Also, it's a little scary that in any situation, like, yeah, he got the vaccination.
Maybe I should keep that paperwork, and just in case, like, I have to prove I'm vaccinated. I'll be like,
and they'll be like, did you pay for it?
I'm gonna be like,
we're past by. You're not gonna need that paperwork. I don't think anymore. Please,
no.
God, don't let us need that paperwork anymore.
Yeah, for real.
Besides that, had a funny story. You live next to a car wash, which we had crazy storms, or not so crazy cold, bunch of salt everywhere. So today was a nice day, and yesterday was a nice day. So in Pittsburgh, that means as soon as you can, you try and get your car clean to get the salt off of it.
Yeah.
And you had a lady that had a very bad day.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's not totally a stereotype that, like, there's a certain demographic of the female type that they're just not great drivers.
Well, we can say especially because our mom, she
I
was
just
a good.
Hit my fucking right testicle weird, and it's hurting.
You're having
saying that ladies are bad drivers.
I know a certain group of women.
No. And because our mom was a good driver, but high stress and then when that turns, then they become a bad driver because they're
overload,
moving too fast. So
Right.
this was a middle-aged white lady. So picture our, it's our mom
Yeah,
there.
so-
She and it's funny because she tried to do something good, and then
Yeah, so what happened was, for some reason, the car wash had to close for a brief period of time. Maybe they ran out of suds. I don't know what the fuck happened. But all these people were turning into the parking lot, and then seeing this sign, and it's like a small lot where like only like 2 or 3 cars can fit in the front of the building, and it's on a busy like 3-lane. It's a fucking weird.
it's an intersection. It's
a busy
it's a
intersection.
Yeah, it's a busy intersection. It's a T, and they're at the top of the T, so it's not even really easy to get in or out of it.
No. So anyway, she turns in, reads this sign, and when she tries to turn out to like go back onto the road, there's a car that turned in behind her, thinking they were going to get their car washed, and she thinks that she has the room to just go forward and get back onto the road, not seeing that there's like a cement pad elevated like a curb, and she just goes forward as if there's nothing there and totally bottoms out the front of her car and like rips off a piece of the front trim like below the bumper, which she's going to need a new bumper now. And the sound is horrific. We've all heard that sound,
Yep.
possibly been driving when the sound happened. So as soon as that sound happens, she's in total freak out, panic.
Car behind her.
I don't know how to drive. This is a busy intersection. Car behind me. Can't get my car washed. What do I do? Just embarrassed myself. Made a loud noise. Fuck my car up instead of getting it washed. So
2 days after Christmas, 3 days after Christmas.
yeah, there you go too. So there's a car behind her, but she probably has like 5, 6, maybe more feet of clearance to back up off of this cement pad, straighten her car out, and just go forward and
Exit out.
exit out, no problem. But now that she's in a frenzy, she is like trying to get out of that.
She could have done a simple K-turn to get out of there.
Sure, yeah, but her senses were all fucked up. And now she's trying to back up in small increments to not hit the car behind her, but she's got plenty of room. And she suddenly realizes, oh, I've got more room. So then she starts backing up like she has too much space. I didn't tell you this earlier. And the car had to honk at her to stop her from
this girl's day.
backing into him. And when she backs up, you could see the huge piece of her car trim that's now up on this car, or on this cement pad. So once the guy honks at her, she slams on her brakes and doesn't hit him. And now there's another car in this little lot. I mean, the car wash needs a bigger sign.
They
when
should put
it's
the
closed.
sign right at the front.
Yeah.
And this car wash is doing really well.
They're
that place
killing
is
it.
always packed. They can afford to put a little bigger sign out there.
Yeah. Thank God it's not like a loud business, or I'd be like, you guys really fucked me on this place. But the only noise that comes out of there is like once an hour you hear pissed off people holding their horn. You know, the obnoxious honk, the horn hold, because people are so desperate to get their cars washed at this fucking place. They'll like turn into a lot where their whole car doesn't fit.
And they're blocking
That's a busy intersection, so people are like, yo, dog, you got to come back later. Like, you can't be blocking. So anyway, this place is fucking a really busy car wash.
I want to get into the car wash business, man.
Everybody does. But anyway, so she finally pulls out of the parking lot and leaves the piece of her trim behind. And I was watching with the fucking biggest shit-eating grin on my face, because, like, now in retrospect, I feel bad for when you're watching something like that unfold. It's like...
It's funny. It sucks.
I wasn't like... Yeah, it was just comical.
Were you in your apartment?
Yeah.
Looking out the window? You do have, like, perfect...
It's like right down across the lot. I can see like right down into there. And
so we're gonna start a new podcast called Steven's Car Wash Chronicles.
Yeah, the Car Wash Chronicles. Yes.
Now, what we were talking earlier.
You know how much it costs to get a car wash there? Because I don't, but like.
Well, I know the one around us.
Why is it so busy?
All of them are because people want to get salt off their cars. Like, you know what the salt belt is?
No.
Like, you know, like there's the Sun Belt in America.
Not really.
It's certain.
I've heard
it's
Sun
certain
Belt
states,
before.
but like Pittsburgh's part of the Salt Belt, which is like you don't want to buy a used car from Pittsburgh because we have so much salt in the roads underneath the vehicles. So bad. So I forget, like maybe Ohio's part of it. West Virginia might be part of it. They call it the Salt Belt because we get shitty weather for 6 months. So the salt's really bad.
You. Okay, makes sense.
So car washes, anytime you get it, like in Pittsburgh, anytime you get it, if you have a decent vehicle, I was thinking about it because we drove past a car wash, but it was the same thing. There fucking was cars blocking the road because they're so desperate to get their car washed.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for all that. But
but no, that one there, I think the cheapest one, and there's like a big gap because there's one that's like I think like I'm gonna say like $25 is their cheapest one, and it's like suds and water. That's all you get. But like then there's you never want to go the highest option.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
so you've been through that before?
Not yours. I haven't been through that one, but the one that I go to, it's a similar operation. And they don't even have someone who drives your car off on this one. That one has a teenager next to you that usually drives the car off. But
Not
this
when it's
one,
busy like that.
This one is like usually like $35 to get like the I think a jet shoots underneath, which is what you want for salt. And then like maybe like a hot wax or something like that too.
Yeah. See, I'm like, it pisses me off to spend that kind of money on a car wash because like if I have I'd like to wash my car. Don't bother me, but not an option. So I'm gonna
it's not for either of us really.
Yeah. So when it dies down over there and it's there's not a bunch of people. There's plenty of times during the day when that intersection is low key, but like when it's not, it's crazy. It's crazy how many cars are trying to go down this stupid fucking Pittsburgh road. But yeah.
Any which you would have told me probably any updates with any your apartment people?
No, everyone's just been locked in because of the weather and everything.
Did you get to pick up if there's any non-Christmas celebrators or anything like that? There's not a lot of families in there.
No, there's dog parents. Fucking losers.
Hey,
but,
we got dogs.
Yeah, but you don't live in an apartment. Anywho, no, I think it's mostly white Caucasian people that live there,
and then fat ones that take the good parking spot.
Yeah, they're white too.
Of course.
Fucking crackers.
Want to hear something a little funny? Rachel just told me this today. So we had we still have a rabbit. At one point we had 2 rabbits. We had Frank and Beans. We still have Beans. Frank passed away probably pretty young. We got him from like a pet store.
Yeah.
So you don't know. And then Beans we got from like a good breeder. So you never know. Who knows? And
yeah, that was a bummer because the 2 of them were like.
Well, they weren't as best friends as we thought they would be. Turns out rabbits are pretty gnarly and can kill each other. But we had a whole room designated to them. I love my pets and we take good care of them. They get high grade hay and all this stuff. But so Frank passed away. This is going back. Rachel, is that 2 years ago?
About, I think.
2 years, maybe even more. Sad picking up a stiff rabbit body. But I didn't know what the hell to do with him at the time. And I go, well, bury him out back the way our redneck-ass parents told us to do with gerbils and stuff. Well, I read you got to really dig or else there will be stray dogs getting that shit.
See, it's why sometimes better not to just look into it and just do it.
Yeah, but also it would be really sad if like I went out there 3 days later and there was a bunch of fur around.
Yeah, okay.
Anywho, we took it to an animal, not shelter, animal hospital or whatever to get him cremated. We didn't get the, what do they call it? Not biopsy, is that what they call it? Autopsy, because it's expensive and we love our pets, but it is a rabbit. We don't know why it passed. Anywho.
Yeah, you don't get a fucking autopsy on a rabbit.
It was, it shouldn't have died. But regardless.
All you're going to find out is some shit that's like, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So, we didn't do it. But it is nice. This is probably only the 3rd time Rachel's experienced an animal death, which stings, especially when it's your animal, not like in your parents' house. So regardless, Rachel was very, very sad. So like you deliver the body, and this was during COVID, so like you don't even go in or talk anything. They say come back Thursday. They gave us like a box with some stuff in there, and I totally forgot about it because they give you
What
nice.
What kind of stuff? What do you mean?
Well, so that's what I'm getting to. So
The ashes.
Well, I knew that.
Well, no, we didn't know this because the one thing we pulled out was like a little tiny thing. It's got a picture of him on there and a paw print.
No, they gave that to us as a gift. Like, this was like a shipping box. It was taped closed.
Yeah, but they gave it to us at the hospital, right? And we just never opened it because you were sad and then we forgot about it.
Yeah.
So Rachel stumbles across this 2 years later, forgetting we had this box.
No, I knew we had it. I just was afraid to open it. And I wanted to get an urn, but
Yeah, so we were always saying, like, hey, we should just do a little something for him. It's the thing we have is nice, but whatever. Anywho, Rachel just finds out 2 years later, they gave us this really nice wooden box with his ashes inside of it. We had this thing hidden away. The whole time we're like, every once in a while, like, we should do something for Frank, put it in the rabbit's room and whatnot. Turns out we've had it this whole time. And she was too sad at first. I forgot about it. And 2 years later, we found Frankie's ashes.
How about that?
I've thought about it 100 times. I almost actually ordered a little bunny urn on Amazon, and then this was just a couple days ago, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, that box is pretty big and heavy. Like, that was a little bunny. Like, that's kind of weird that it's that heavy. So I was like, I should open it. So I opened it this morning. And yeah, nice little box. Yeah, the more it
unravels, we definitely should have opened that box. I mean, I forgot about it, so I get to be innocent. But
I have no comment on that whole story.
Dude,
you know what I'm thinking, right?
What?
I can't even believe that they make bunny urns. Like, we've had so many animals die.
Urn,
like, it's not right.
It is an urn.
No, it's a nice wooden box.
Oh, ours.
Urn is like it's just like, to me, like animals. Like, it's sad. Anyway, I'm a demon person.
No, I get it. And because I was...
Like, what do you mean by we should do something for Frank?
Well, no, because it's Rachel's office / the bunny room. And so, like, we were like, let's just, let's get a small little urn or something nice. But we weren't going to drop a bunch of money on it.
Because it costs money to cremate an animal.
Well, we had him cremated. That's the best. That's actually the cheapest thing you can do. Or bury him in your backyard. I don't have the backyard for it, is what I'm telling you.
But that's cool that you found it, because I thought you were gonna say, like, you opened up the box and all these fucking ashes popped out and, like, you breathing them in.
That's what I was afraid of. That's why I just kept it taped up, because I didn't know what
I had no idea about that box.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, geez, they just gave you the ashes in a cardboard box. Like,
that's literally what I
didn't think they'd even give you the ashes. The thing they gave us.
Why would we have him cremated if they were gonna not give us the ashes?
Because how do you get rid of the body besides burying it in your backyard?
People, the truth is, people once they probably just put it in the trash.
I mean, we paid to get it cremated.
That's what I'm saying. The only reason you're going to get it cremated is to get the ashes.
I guess I just never thought. I thought it was nice they gave a picture with the paw print. I was like, that's a nice little thing.
Because when Bo died, we took him to get the paw print and I forget exactly what it is. But they wanted, I forget how much it was, but it was pretty, I guess because the dog, it's a lot bigger. But they wanted a pretty nice chunk of change to cremate him, and like,
I was a little upset with that, and I get Mom always wanted to tell me things later. But I would have paid for that autopsy, and the only reason why is because Mac is his brother, and you guys were hiding things from me. At first, it was like, we don't know, and every time it came up, like...
Well, that was Mom. When you talk about, like, she thinks he ate, like...
razor blades or something?
That was months later she said that. At the
time,
that's what
I'm not saying you guys.
I just came home, and they were like, the dog, Bo's dead, and I was like...
Yeah, well, I was just saying...
I tried to give him dog CPR with the muzzle and the...
Which good.
It's crazy seeing, like, his...
But that was my only thing, because I was like... we come from a family, like, we don't have to spend the money on the dog, we're not going to, which I totally get. Dogs are expensive, trust me. But I would have paid. The only reason why I didn't care, because like I was like, I don't believe someone. I have his brother, so like if this was like kidney failure or something like that, like
No, I wanted to know too.
yeah. Which in hindsight, Max doing good. And,
No, it was such a freak thing. I was more just like, I need to know what happened to this dog,
because we will
this
rack
doesn't-
our brains forever.
Yeah, this doesn't happen. We've had plenty of dogs. They might run in the street and get hit by a car, but this doesn't happen. So,
And then also because at first I was blaming, rightfully so. I had the thing of going like he got medicine he shouldn't have got.
yeah.
But the way he went,
No, I talked to a vet, and they said if he would have eaten some kind of or been poisoned, it wouldn't happen fast like that.
yeah, and the way he acted, like So I was just glad it wasn't that, because
It sounds like he might have eaten some razor blades. That's like the base. I wasn't there when he like the
Well, if he
story.
ate razor blades, they were yours.
Well, everybody has razor blades.
I don't have no razor blades.
Okay. Well, most people have razor blades. I don't have.
And if I have razor blades, I would throw them out in a proper area. Speaking of which, Rachel, I was going to play this one out. I have a little bone to pick with you.
You always have a bone. What I do?
Rightfully so. No. I've noticed you haven't been making coffee at our house much. Is that because you knew that there was a bunch of mold in there and you just stopped and never cleaned it?
No, mold. You know me better than that. If I saw mold in there, I would just dump it out. How hard is that?
No. Like Rachel had to like steam clean this bitch today.
No. The answer is definitely no.
I'm gonna do some digging. Nah, I'm just kidding. But no, because Rachel was like, because I don't drink coffee, and she only makes a small thing. But the side that because usually when you would come over, you make a pot of coffee. And you haven't used it for a while, which coffee makers get mold in them. But you've also might have in your life you've eaten and drank enough mold. You don't care about those things. But there's a very possibility you've had some mold coffee. Because I don't even touch the thing, so I would never even look. But Rachel noticed it today, and she blamed you. She said,
she's always trying to catch me and tell on me. It's fucking annoying.
she's not trying to
Yeah,
tell
she
us.
is. She's always
No,
snitching on me, trying to get me in
she
trouble.
was because
Whatever.
yeah, you know what, Rachel, you are a real piece of shit.
Damn.
No, I was because as soon as you said that, I was like, didn't he make a pot of coffee on Christmas? And she said it was pretty moldy, so I was like, dude.
Yeah, that was the last one I made.
So
It got moldy that fast?
No, well, there's so many little things in there. I'm just saying there's a possibility you drank some mold, homie.
Because I know in the pot, if you leave a pot of coffee for like 3 or 4 days, it'll get some mold floating on top. But you're saying in the carafe, like where the
working's up on top. Well, Rachel, I didn't see it. Was it? I know it wasn't the craft because I would have noticed that.
It was in the carafe and in the top, like where the coffee grounds go. There was some, and then in the like liquid in the pot, there was some. I don't think it's been there since Christmas. Maybe it developed since Christmas.
I'll just if I use the coffee maker, I'll just dump out the coffee when I leave. Because usually when I come back over, I'll just heat some up. But yeah, it is after 3 or 4 days, the actual pot will get.
Well,
some
mold
floating on
can
top.
grow real fast.
Actually,
My buddy Matt Hamill, who for a while he like tested pool water and like hotel stuff. Dude, don't ever use coffee makers that are in your hotel room. They never get cleaned.
Where's okay? Yeah,
you know how like
know.
you'll get like
Yeah.
the small thing, dude. He said those things. He's never found one that wasn't completely covered in bacteria because house cleaners don't clean them.
Same with I follow this page that is flight attendants, and they say like this is what you should not eat. They never clean the coffee makers on airplanes.
And when they make
Who wants to get an energy boost on an airplane? That's the last place.
Well,
want
some people
Been
get
traveling,
decaf.
I could see that.
But also,
I want to go to sleep.
they
Try to.
use the water that like you always want a bottle of water, and you also don't want to use their ice because the water they use sometimes will sit stagnant for quite some time. And when they make that coffee, they use that water. So like flight attendants are like, I won't eat the ice, drink the coffee. I will only.
If it doesn't come in plastic, basically.
And they also say don't. They hate when you get a diet soda because at that level, it takes forever to pour that drink because of the fake sweetener in there. it takes them seriously like 3 times as much because I got to pour a tiny bit, let it die down, pour a tiny bit, let it die down.
Well, if they would just give you the goddamn can, well, I guess you could kill somebody or hijack the plane with it, but like that one is like, do your job, pour the fucking diet. Because I like diet soda. I haven't been on a plane in a really long time.
No, it's simple for me. I'll take a double, knock me out.
Right.
I don't know how many times you're going to come around, so just let me know every time you do, please. Yeah, that's another weird thing.
Give me a couple Xanax. I don't even like that, but I'll take that on an airplane. Just
Oh, dude, that time we came home from Finland, and we were, the one lady we made friends with, she was like mid-40s, going back to college after her kids are kind of grown up, and she was like, I have what... And she was like, you guys want some small Xanax? And we're like, yeah, I'll sleep on the plane. Gave us whatever the small ones are. We're both in there. I'm like, I'm not feeling this. And she goes, all right, here's like a couple. Dude, there's pictures of me. I'm like sleeping on people. Dude, my big ass, I'm Zanny sleeping on. Luckily, it was the guy we made friends with. But like, it's me and this kid I've been friends with for 6 hours. And he's sleeping, but not from Xanax. I'm just on his...
No, I think all 3 of us
Did he?
had them because you guys were asleep. Because no matter how many whatevers I take, I want my dinner. So I woke up for my airplane dinner. You guys didn't. You were both sleeping. I was trying to get my tray table down.
There's a
This
picture.
lady's wild. Just like, let me hand some of these college kids some Xanax.
Well, no, because we didn't feel. We like took what she gave us, and then we didn't feel it, so we went back and we were like, "Hey,
And she was
can
doing
we
it not...
have some more?" And she gave it to us, and then we were like, oh, "Okay."
Yeah, it's like drinking. You go from conscious to blacked out.
Well, not me. But that's what I'm thinking. I go, dude, like 2 more, I'll just be in the sweet spot. Dude, there's a picture of me, and Rachel takes it from like up top. I'm like sprawled out on like where 4 people should
How
be.
long
fit.
was that flight?
That was the long one, so that
It's like 10 hours.
10 hours ish.
So do you have any spots of your memory that were gone?
I don't remember anything coming home.
He just was asleep.
Dude, my next memory is being like in.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like I don't even remember like.
So basically,
We did a bus service to get the car. Rachel had to drive. The next thing I remember is like being in the apartment like a day later.
You were
I
blacked
felt
out.
very unsafe driving too.
Luckily, yeah, you didn't take a bunch more because we would have been.
I did. I took the same as you. Or
So you're a punk, bro.
There's no way you took the same
I didn't
amount
take
as
the
I
same
did.
amount, but we went back and we got like
We
double
did.
what we originally took.
And who knows? I might have been like, yeah, Rachel, she only gave us 3, and I had like 5 in
You're
my
a
hand.
dick.
They're no joke, man. They really.
No, I
are.
don't know
think
this
you're
situation.
so cool.
No, I don't. Shut up. I don't know this situation. Obviously, I
Yeah,
forget
you
it.
forget.
But yeah, it's just funny. There's a picture out there. Of just, oh man, I'm too big to just be black to be that way on a plane.
Well, and the other guy was tiny, so you were just bullying space, I think. And I was in the middle. I was like, this is...
Yeah, enough where I'm on the window seat.
No, you were on my left.
Yeah,
Jason,
you don't remember, dude.
Jason was on the window. You were
So
on
that means
aisle.
I was hanging in the aisle hard.
No,
at
I
some
think
points.
that's why you were on me so much, because you were trying to not be in the aisle.
Oh man, if you had to get up and pee, you would have had to call for help.
Well, luckily, after I got my dinner, I just was sleeping the rest of the way. But
Had to get my. What did you have for dinner?
I don't remember. But it was a sticking point for me that I needed to stay up to get my dinner because I really
Why not?
wanted it.
I remember when we going there because that was a time like I slept on an airport floor for like 10 hours because shit got canceled or whatever. As soon as we got off like the long. Yeah, we take like 4 planes to get there. The second plane, I'm like, I'm starving. I can't wait for lunch or whatever it was. And it was this weird, like, it was just bread with a spread on there that I have no idea what the
Like
hell it
not
was.
even toasted bread?
No.
Oh,
It was
man.
like a corner piece that maybe there was some pesto in there. It was dry as shit, and that was the meal. And then at that point, I go, holy shit, dude. I just starved that whole trip.
Like
I
you
filled
were
myself up
feeling,
with like
shitty?
heavy beers. Is
No,
how
we were eating, remember? Because we were with a bunch of picky girls. And
Well,
we were
the
eating all their plates like whenever we had.
Okay, don't put it that way. I wasn't
we
eating
were.
everyone's plates.
I was.
The few times we went to some, like 3 or 4 times we would like have planned already prepaid meals, and we would eat good then. But like I'm like, wait, they're their breakfast buffet. There was like 7 different fishes. So, and they didn't even have bagels. Like, I think I lived off of dry ass bread and a slice of cheese for breakfast.
Oh, you're saying the whole trip, not the traveling.
The whole trip, yeah.
The traveling, we ate good. That's when, before we got on a 10-hour flight, I ate Chinese food, and then I couldn't get my shoes on at the end of the flight.
Well, you're all swole up.
Yeah, in the initial airport. But as soon as we crossed the fucking ocean, I immediately went like, oh, dude, they don't joke. They do not eat the same way we eat.
No. We eat like monsters, but that's the American way. We like it.
You know what's weird about airplanes?
They don't have ice. You told me that, and that's apparently
no. They have. Oh, yeah,
a
yeah.
European thing, just in general. Like a lot of countries don't keep ice on hand.
It almost seems like some of them think like it's like kind of like they look down upon
Like
it.
trashy.
Yeah.
I love me some ice, bro.
Two things. One, the one cool part about it was when we got on our last plane, and keep in mind we're going with people they're there for totally different reasons. All of our the professors that go with you, like the one guy, he wouldn't even kill a bug that was in the thing. Everyone else there are like these skinny girls that like, maybe they'll drink some rosé every once in a while. On the last little puddle hopper we were on, the guy I was sitting next to, at this point, dude, my ass is itching so bad. Not my hole. My cheeks.
Yo, save that clip. We need that as like a fucking soundboard option or something.
All right.
For real.
It was
my hole.
It was my hamstrings and ass cheeks because I've been sitting so long. I got like a heat rash going on. So, dude, for like 2 hours, I'm on a plane like this. Like I'm like, dude, I'm going nuts. I'm literally like trying to like make my hand cold, putting it against the window, and then like sitting on it. Dude, it was crazy. At one point, I was like, should I just go in the bathroom and
just
stand up? Oh, I was itching. I was public in the back of the plane. I looked nuts. And it's a small enough plane where you only sit next to one person, and I did not make America look great because I'm itching my ass. And this guy,
my hole.
He's middle-aged-ish or whatever. He's businessman kind of looking thing. Doesn't speak English. He just stands up and dude grabs a fucking craft. It wasn't even bottles. A craft of wine and just starts serving himself. And like, because at that point I go, yeah, can I get a beer? Everything's free at this point. I don't know why.
It was the airline. It was
the airline, yeah, but international, like they're just like, yeah, of course we have free beer. And then I kind of like through nonverbal, I kind of like looked at the guy and I was like, wine? He goes, yeah. I go, you can just go? He goes, yeah, just go. Kind of like without words, he was like, yeah, it's right. We were in the back of the thing. So I stood up and I'm like, all right, this is sweet. I went back there and it was just a table full of beers I couldn't read. I grabbed like 7 of them, bottles of beer. And then, dude, I just sat back there because at this point I'm like itching my ass, just hounding beers, shoving the bottles down in the crevices.
Yeah, and you didn't even share any with me.
You were in a completely different spot of the plane. Rachel,
the guy next to me did give me a beer, but only one.
I'm already drawing enough attention. I don't need to be like, hey, Rachel, there's free beers here. But yeah, so that was, and then I couldn't, dude. As soon as I got to the hotel, because it's not like we're in Helsinki, dude. Like nothing moves fast. We're walking everywhere. As soon as I got to the hotel, I was rooming with a dude I did not know yet, and I blew up the toilet, obviously. And they had small hotels. Actually, the hotel wasn't that small, but any hotel. And then looking back, I blew up. So he starts smelling it and then just hears the shower going. And we're supposed to be meeting in like 20 minutes. I wasn't showering because my ass was dirty. I wanted cold water on the back of my legs. My shit was itching so bad. So
it's like this has only ever happened to you, bro.
This guy, his first thing is like talking a little bit at the airport. Hey, we're gonna have fun this. And then as soon as we get in there, blowing up the toilet, and it's so bad that I have to get a shower. It's what I can only imagine this guy was thinking.
He probably was like, as soon as you got around the other people on the trip, he was like, I'm getting away from you. He's like,
probably because then also, like, everyone, and I've told this to a lot of people, and when I go on a trip like that, I know it sounds lazy and fat. There's going to be one day where I want to read drain my or recharge my batteries. I'm going to want to sleep in a little bit, and I'm going to just want to watch some TV and lay in bed for just like 2-3 hours. Now this is a one
Not on this
Well, yeah,
educational
not when you're
trip.
on a school trip or
This is a one. So the
planned
one.
Yeah, you
trip.
went in with the wrong idea.
So like
of-
the first time, dude, we're walking like crazy too. That's why everyone in fucking Finland is beautiful and thin. Just to get to the fucking train is some hiking.
Did you catch a chafe?
I did. That was the first time, because I gained weight in college for the first time ever, and that's the first time I ever like
That shit hurts,
truly experienced chafing. I had like welts on the inside of my legs.
Yeah, because what you didn't hop on it quick enough. If you just keep going while it's already broken out.
Yeah,
Well-
it was really bad, and I had Gold Bond, and I remember I was wearing leggings, and at one point I realized that like the whole inside of my leggings was white
All white.
from the powder, and I was like, shit.
Yeah,
But
but
were you like
I'm
walking funky?
Yeah, and my
Cowboy
feet
walking?
were all swollen. I had to buy new
we had to,
shoes
buy her shoes
because my feet wouldn't fit into any of the shoes I brought.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was.
Her dude, it's crazy. Her feet, I've never seen anything like it. Like it's seriously looks like it got a fat flop on the top of her foot. It was crazy. And then also we're about to do some of the most walking
Yeah, man. But yo,
because this is after my lacrosse season, so I'm out of shape. I'm like I ain't gotta play sports no more.
I'm just thinking like I've had a lot of experiences in my younger years with chafing. Like there would be times where I'd have to be like, is there a medic? Like I can't walk.
No. So
No, like I would
I'm
have to
good
get a signature. Like he doesn't have to go on his trip because he's an embarrassing, chafed up fuck.
well, you wanted to go on the trip because it's built into your.
You just said you wanted a day off.
Well, I wanted to damn up, but like you in your tuition, you pay for a study abroad thing.
Yeah.
And the chafing wasn't a problem because
You
know,
didn't have it.
Yeah, that was me.
Well, no, here's the thing I was gonna say is, when you were fat, dude, there's so many better materials out there now.
True.
You know what I mean? So I know how to hop on top of it. I know when to use powder. People that go, I rub Vaseline, you're wrong. You don't want that skin. If anything, you want to callus that skin up a little bit. But you just do a little bit of powder.
You do what you have to on a trip when you're
Yeah,
chafed,
but
bro.
a little bit of powder, and then just with the tights, like the what do they call them? That boxer briefs?
like athletic.
Yeah, the
shorts or
athletic
whatever.
thing. As long as you keep the skin off skin, you can be alright.
You will be alright, but I didn't know that when I was at the beach as a little kid.
And I wasn't I.
Yeah, it
Not
sucks,
I.
right? She never had it before,
Yeah,
so she was
I
in a whole
didn't know
new
what
world.
I was dealing with.
You know what it was probably, and I forget a little bit, but you probably were trying to look cute, so you were wearing dresses and
I
stuff.
may have at one point.
Because like if you're just wearing leggings, you'll probably.
Not if your fucking thighs aren't used to ever rubbing that much. Like when you're walking
Yeah.
like that, like you're in the
Yeah, but
college campus. Like how much walking are you really doing in America?
And I
it's so-
have a
At
picture.
our campus, too.
I have a picture saved. I don't know why I took a picture of it, but I have a picture saved that's like these 4-inch welts on the inside of my legs.
I bet when you went home and got back home, you still were having some after effects of the chafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but no, what I was saying is, you weren't just wearing tights all the time like you normally would, because tight helps the skin. You know that fabric is less friction. But you probably were wearing dresses where it was chub rub. It was thigh on thigh, and that shit starts to really get hot. And once you break that first layer of skin, you're beat.
Shit sucks. So we'll do the chafe talk next episode. and-
Dude, the one thing as a travel story, I don't know if we told this on here, talking about the powders. You gotta be careful.
Oh, dude, that was so fucking
The Gold
funny.
Bond with the mint in there. I
Whenever
almost I wanted to kill myself in Jamaica because of powders.
You ever see like a fat guy like flapping his arms against his back in some kind of crazy fat spaz? Like, dude, that was.
I guess it's a quick story enough. We're in Punta Cana, and in my gear, because I'm used to fucking getting chafe, the Gold Bond with the mint in there. During, because they don't give a shit about your luggage. So in travel, just the fucking thing must have exploded, and all of my clothes had this powder on there. But that's not a big deal. You know what I mean? You rub it off, it's whatever. Until you get blistering sunburn and you have open wounds on your back and shoulder.
This wasn't just powder, though. This was
the Gold Bond mint.
It's not mint though. What's the word?
Yeah.
Menthol.
Yes.
So, day 3, I go to get dressed and I'm having just terrible sunburn things. I put the fucking shirt on and I was hurting myself. I was slapped. I couldn't get
jumping
to it.
around like
My whole back and body was. I literally felt like there was fire ants under my skin. It hurt so bad.
We were sharing a room, so I'm just in the room watching this unfold, and like there was nothing I could do.
Like it was scary a little bit.
You were freaking the fuck out.
Because I didn't know what this was. I didn't put it together until later. And like I hop in the shower's not working, and I'm literally going like, dude, I must have ate. Like I might die. I don't know, and you can't itch it. So I'm just slapping myself, crying, yelling in this.
Literally crying tears. I mean, what were you, like in middle school?
I was in high school at that point.
Okay. Yeah, it was funny.
And I have pretty high pain tolerance. I was not only it hurt so bad, but I was terrified. I was like, did I eat something? And this is go get an EpiPen or like.
Yeah. You also cut your foot open. Anyway, we got lots of trip.
I'm not a good traveler. All right, it sucks. That's why I just gotta wait till
I don't think that you're a bad traveler. I think you just get a little too excited sometimes, and you're playing in the ocean.
Especially with the sun and the wind. I mean, that happened this year.
Yeah.
The one thing our whole family is afraid of is getting addicted to painkillers. It was bad enough where Mom goes, "You need to take some of my medicine." Your
face looked crazy. It looked painful.
Just sitting there, I was just crying because I was hanging my head over a boat, getting sunburned,
like
and
an excited puppy or something.
It felt so good at the time, and I remember waking up in the middle of that night going, "This is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a real problem."
Yeah.
So we'll save some travel stories. They're always fun to dabble
We can't
into.
do a 4-hour podcast.
Can't do a 4-hour podcast. But this has been You Be Alright podcast because, trust me, guys, I've been through a lot of it. You're going to be all right. Presented by AML Media. Rachel, why don't you hit us with those plugs you're so good at doing now?
Okay. We are on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. All of our social media handles are on the screen, so take a screenshot if you're watching the video, or you can go to our website to find all of our direct links there. The website is aml.news.blog.
Good job. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's. Maybe we'll try to get another one out to you. Not sure. Give us a break because we're on Christmas break as well. Thank you, everybody. I do suck at traveling. I don't have many successful traveling stories. They're fun later on.
I mean, you not even travel. You can't even sleep out of that. Like, we went camping for one night.
That was a pooping problem and a sleeping problem.